5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Vamos.
All right, welcome back to Rob's Rant and Ramble. Another episode. Man, today we're going to talk about the final death, the death blow to what is Spirit Airlines. This was my favorite airline to fly on. I know you're looking at me. You're looking at me all sideways, bro. If I had to pick Delta, United, Spirit, I'm going Spirit every day. First of all, I will say it is very convenient. Like every time I'm flying anywhere that's not like a major airport, like if I'm going to Chicago, for example, or Atlanta, you don't need to fly Spirit, right? Because you can get a one-way. We're here in Vegas. We get that one-way trip from here to Chicago or Atlanta. But now you're going anywhere obscure. Let's say you're going to Miami. There's no direct flights. Well, there might be a couple. But anyways, you know that in most cities, you can go directly there with Spirit or Frontier. And so for me, I'd rather not have the layover. I don't want to get off the plane. I want to go try to get from one gate to the other. And you got like 45 minutes and you're like rushing.
So you'd rather risk your life?
Risk my life? There is an inherent risk. Yes. I think versus the plane crashing and perhaps getting in a physical altercation that perhaps could, take you to the brink of death. I think that's far more likely because every time I'm in the, I don't want to say in the plane, but when I'm like waiting to board and you're in that like, the at the gate, bro, the people that are there, very diverse. Very diverse. I'm just gonna let you know you got all walks of life in there. You got thugs in there. There's like screaming babies. It gets real intense. And then there's always the fights, bro. There's just always some kind of fights going on. Like it's every time you watch any of these like airport fight videos, where are they at? You never see the counter argument and the fight at the Delta Airlines. You always see it at Frontier. So people are out here in Vegas. I mean, think about this. They're out here in Vegas. They're dropping, what is it? $600 to go to a UFC fight. It usually lasts like a minute and a half for most fights. Usually first round. Maybe it goes 3 rounds. The main events are 5 rounds, but it's only 3 rounds. So, I look at it from a pure entertainment standpoint because I'm tired of the airport movies, the airplane movies. You always got like the Notebook and the Titanic up there. It's always some sob shit. But my thing is that you get the entertainment from the surroundings, from the environment. And, you got fights, arguments, and then there's just the sheer terror on people's faces as they board these planes because, they're basically falling apart.
You know what surprised me is Spirit never charged people for that entertainment. You figure there's another way to further.
Yeah, like monetize it. Like they nickel and dime you for everything. Well, that was the thing. If you were just gonna go with like some carry on, you're good. But if you want to like check luggage and that, like the price ticket for a Spirit airline, if you weren't paying attention, could easily rival that of Delta, United, maybe even the Emirates. Like you could nickel and dime yourself into a $1,000 plane ticket. If you got the leg room, the carry-on, the checked baggage, and the snacks, the soda, they charge you for everything.
Well, there is one charge that people aren't aware of.
What's that?
I actually have a video. This is direct from the captain's mouth here, okay? I want you to pay very close attention to the words that are coming out of the video.
Crew here, looks like we're headed into a little bit of a storm system, seeing it on weather radar. Air traffic controls advised us flights in front of us have reported a bit of a bumpy ride. If you could please sit in your seats with your seatbelts fastened until we get through it. Here on Spirit Airlines, we have basically 2 options for dealing with storm systems. We could fly around them, or basically suck it up and go right through them. If you prefer to deviate around the storm, this does require all passengers to purchase the $25 storm deviation fee. If you haven't done so,
I thought this was a real video.
It is a real video.
But
the pilot was joking, of course, but it wouldn't surprise you.
Oh, that's AI, man, I think.
Nah, I think this is real.
They do nickel and dime the shit out of you. You know, which is interesting. If you were able to pay to avoid turbulence, but it took you an extra, say, 25 minutes to get there, would you pay for that? Or would you just say, you know what, screw
5 years ago I would, but now I don't care about turbulence as much.
Are you scared to fly?
I get anxiety, yeah. What about you?
No, I don't care.
I did have a near-death experience on Allegiant.
On Allegiant?
Yeah, it's the worst. I thought I was going to die. Legit. Cried like a baby.
Cried. Yeah, man, here's the thing. Like, you're in no control, man. If the plane goes down, it goes down. I'm just on for the ride. I'm not going to scream. I'm just going to be like, man, whoop. Here we go. Now, I've been in some planes that, like, all of a sudden it, like, loses a lot of altitude. Not anything to the point where, like, you actually think you're going to die, but you know when you get that roller coaster feeling where the plane just immediately drops.
That's what happened.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, bro. I'm like, if this thing goes down, it goes down.
My head hit the ceiling, and I was in the very back with no window, so I couldn't see if we were in a free fall, if we were just So it was bad.
Yeah, man. So, you know, I don't know what they're gonna do with the planes, right? I think they're gonna sell them or auction them. I saw some article on that, but like, what's the resale value on one of those things? Because I figured because those planes are beat up, bro. Those aren't your typical airplane. Like, you know, it's not a new one, right? They're like getting those used ones, right? I think like once Delta has like 1,000 flights on them, then all of a sudden they sell them to Spirit Airlines or Frontier. They're getting them beat up used ones.
So the older used ones between 12 and 25 million, depending on engine hours. That's cheap as shit.
Yeah,
that's for an A320. The newer ones are 40 to 65 million.
We should put some money together, buy an old. Yeah, what's okay?
What are you gonna do with a plane?
No, let me ask you. Okay, what's the price of a high-end private jet? Those are probably
like a G650, probably 50, 60 mil.
That's what I'm saying. You can get an entire airliner, fly the homies out for cheaper than a private airline. I'm sure you're probably spending more on gas, but I'm just saying that, like, why buy a sports car if you're going across country? Because nobody wants to go across country in a sports car, right? I mean, like, would you ever drive from LA to Texas in a Lambo? No, it's absolutely uncomfortable. That's why you get a minivan or like a Honda Odyssey. Like, that's riding in comfort across country. So if you get a chance to fly private and you got the money for it, why buy a small private jet for, $50, $60 million? You can get a whole 737 for $15 million.
Yeah.
Sign me up, bro.
Yeah, sign you up. And then
you got to put some duct tape on that thing.
Then you got to spend $60,000 a month on hangar fees.
You're going to pay hangar fees on the small one too.
You say duct tape?
Yeah. There's
you remember this? Look at this. You remember this?
A little duct tape before takeoff.
What would you do if you were on the plane?
I would immediately
saw
leave.
the dude duct tape in the wing.
I mean, is there a specific like airline grade duct tape? Or is that just a duct tape I can buy at Home
What could
Depot?
go wrong?
I mean, bro, you're duct taping the wing of the plane. Like the most important part of the airplane, you're duct taping. Well, at least he's pressing it down with the little painter thing, right?
Here.
Oh, and there's a before and after. So after he was done, this is what the plane looked like.
Why the hell is your plane wrapped in duct tape? It's Spirit grade duct tape, Tower. We now have the world's most indestructible aircraft. This is ridiculous. Get your maintenance.
So here's the thing. Like, first of all, if you're gonna duct tape the plane, do it when people aren't on board. Like, I don't want to see that shit. Like, if you're gonna duct tape this thing, it's like if I'm gonna invite a girl over to my house and I need to clean my bedroom real quick, like, I'm gonna do that before she gets there, right? I'm kind of embarrassed. And you ever invite a girl over and your room's a mess, and all of a sudden she's all like, "Can I see your room?" And you know what that means. But anyways, you're like, "Yeah, for sure." And then you're like, "Well, hold on, let me go to the bathroom." And you run upstairs, you do like that turbo, you grab all the laundry and you're just chucking it into a closet. Like, you do that before she gets there. Because you don't want to do it when she's there. You don't want to open the bedroom door and then she walks in and you're like trying to clear space off on the bed. What you want to do is you want to handle that situation beforehand. You're going to duct tape a plane. Do it before anybody's sitting down looking out the windows. Common courtesy right there.
You know, it is airline grade. It's called speed tape.
Speed tape?
And it's FAA approved. So, yeah. I still don't want to see that shit, though. I mean, yeah, very common on the wings here. I pulled it up on ChatGPT here. This is what it looks like. Still, though, I would, you know.
So, you know, you got to ask yourself, like, is there going to be other airlines? Is Frontier next? And, you know, it's all off the back of the rising fuel costs. And so, you know, it's another lingering problem with the, you know, the Iran situation, the Strait of Hormuz, which, well, like, by the way, it's like up until a couple weeks ago, nobody even knew what the Strait of Hormuz was. And now this gas price, because of the rising gas prices, it's like people are learning geography. Like, I'll be honest with you, I swear to God, I thought Venezuela was next to Argentina. And then, like, all of a sudden, we get into some conflict and we talking about gas prices. I realize that thing's pretty close to Cuba. I now know where Strait of Hormuz is. Gaza, did you know where Ukraine was on a map in 2019?
I did.
Did you really?
I'm a geography nerd.
Oh, see, like,
you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, because everyone's becoming a geopolitical expert now, and it's interesting, right? Because you know, growing up, I'm Portuguese, man. I would tell people I'm from Portugal. They had no idea where that was, and you know, it's a small country. I get it. I understand. It's just interesting how everyone now is like a global expert. Because growing up, we used to watch like the local news. It was like, hey, what's going on in the neighborhood? You know, you find out you had a hoarder living down the street, and then there was like some crazy lady. She had like 8 cats, and like the animal control was there, like boxing up cats and dogs. And you know, now, you know, we've lost sight of our local neighborhood. Like when I moved to Vegas from Virginia, you know, Virginia is like Southern hospitality, Southern state, you know, friendly to your neighbors. I came out here, man. I came out to Vegas, and I was like, I went to go get my mail, and I saw my neighbor, and I like waved to him, like, hey, what's up, man? Like, that guy was so scared. He was like, what's up, bro? Like, probably walked in his house and was like telling his lady, like, hey, fucking weird ass neighbor that just moved in is like over here waving at me, man. Like, and so it's like we've seen this shift, and people live on their phones now, and and they live on their phones. There no longer is there a sense of community. And now everybody is is a global political geopolitics expert, oil expert. They're over here talking about the price of commodities and the S&P 500 ETFs, and it's just like, I'm like, bro, you're 17. You don't even have a job yet, and you're talking about ETFs, talking about like, you know, the oil prices, you know, the cost of a barrel of oil, and dude hasn't even got his driver's license. It's just it's that TikTok slop, bro. It's that TikTok slop.
Well, during the pandemic, everyone was a health expert, you know?
Yeah. Health expert. I think the pandemic did it, bro. The pandemic nuked our minds, bro. Cause, you know, because everyone, they stopped going to school. And then everyone did, was it the homeschooling?
Yeah.
Bro, the homeschooling was an absolute disaster.
Well, you got the blind leading the blind in some areas.
Dude, they had choir. I
What?
So they had choir. There were people that were in choir school, or they were in choir class during the pandemic. And so they're at home with that shit ass microphone on their laptop doing choir, and they're trying to sing together. And it's an absolute disaster. Some of them were wearing masks at home in their bedroom with their laptop in their lap, wearing a mask, doing choir, singing together. It's like it was an absolute failure of humanity. And the fact that like now we're looking at people and they have no sense of community. It's because of the pandemic, bro. 100%. Did I ever tell you my pandemic conspiracy?
No.
So here's a good one. This one's about the vaccine.
Hold on. Can I show you a video of a choir?
We got a choir one.
Okay, I gotta bring the volume up here.
Down the Chino Valley School District's Choral Festival, but it could not stop the music.
Over the rainbow.
Hey man, shout out to them for keeping it going. Yeah.
Yeah, no. See, that was a good one, right? That's the one they showed on the local news. But think about all the high schools that did this, and then they had like the crappy microphones. Like that was the one successful version of that. And it was probably done in a studio environment. They probably just had them all looking like they're in bedrooms. I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case. But oh yeah, so my conspiracy, right? Well, I don't want to say conspiracy, but this is what I think happened, right? And so I was employed. I was incentivized to take the vaccine, right? And I wasn't a hardline no vaxxer at the time, and at the time I was kind of naive. I was kind of drinking the Kool-Aid, right? And I always thought certain things didn't really add up, but whatever. You know what? I needed to make some money, I needed to get to work, I had to take the vaccine, so I took it, right? So I took the vaccine, but then in hindsight, everything changed, bro. I started the business here. We got the YouTube. My life took a fundamental change after the vaccine. And you know what? There's always all these talks, and I don't know how legitimate it is, but they always say like vaccines killing people, and the vaccine was causing, what was it, like heart attacks, and I don't know.
Myocarditis.
Yeah, myocarditis. So the list goes on all the side effects and all this, and changing your DNA, and everyone attributes like every illness to the vaccine, right? You took the vaccine and you broke your leg going down a slide 3 months later, it was the vaccine's fault. Whatever it was. Like it was just like everything was blamed on the vaccine. But now for me, what I think happened, right? You've seen like the Spider-Man movie where, or the Spider-Man, the story, he gets bit by the radioactive spider. In actuality, that spider should have killed him. Right? And so if you get bit by a radioactive spider, I would say 99 times out of 100, you're dead. You're gone. That's it. But Spider-Man, when he got bit by the radioactive spider, he inherited special abilities. It changed his life for the better. And if you watch the video,
dude, what are you talking about?
You watch the movie when Spider-Man gets bit, when he gets bit by the spider, you see that it changes his DNA, right? It's the same shit that happens in the vaccine. So the vaccine changes your DNA, right? All right. So instead of killing me, like it did so many countless of people, what it did was it failed to kill me, but it had arranged my DNA in such a specific manner that I had awoken from my slumber with new powers, it was like the limitless pill. And so on one hand, shame on you, you almost got me. But I came out on the other side strong. And man, I had this ambition. I could see clearly now, man. And started looking a little more handsome. I could my pull-ups, they went from I was doing 10 pull-ups. I was up to 150.
That's called steroids.
There was some testosterone somewhere in the mix. But however,
you're an idiot, bro. You're legit stupid.
But let me tell you, man, I was a little slave. I was a slave, bro. I would go to work. I'd do my little 40-hour a week job, come home, I work on my garden, go back to work. My wife at the time, she hated me. I was in this terrible loop and I was doing what I was supposed to. Took the vaccine, woke my ass up, bro. All of a sudden, I'm voting Donald Trump. I'm like, hold on, this ain't adding up, man. Y'all fooling me. Did 9/11 really happen? Next thing you know, I started a business and here we are. What? I'm telling you, it almost got me. However, it arranged the DNA in such a specific manner. I got superhuman powers. I got superpowers, bro.
And because you didn't get the booster, they went away.
No, I did get the booster. Did I get the booster? Or maybe I don't remember. I didn't do like the 5 boosters or whatever it was. I think I did my first shot. I went back like 2 weeks later, got the second one. I think that was it, bro. Then I was cleared to go to work. Gave me like a cheeseburger or something. You remember that damn thing where you got like a cheeseburger?
Oh, that was in New York.
Yeah.
That was the gayest shit I've ever seen.
That's how you knew that the vaccine was fake, bro.
I did not get the vaccine.
When they try to incentivize you to get a vaccine and you can get a free cheeseburger and fries, like, and what medical rollout has that ever happened? Like, in what period of time have you ever been incentivized to take a medical procedure and in turn you get, it's like they were dealing with children, right? Remember when you go to the dentist when you were like 6 years old, your parents would be like, hey, I'll get you some ice cream afterwards. And then you're like, okay, yeah, ice cream, yay. Now it's like, hey, we're going to alter your DNA. We're going to damn near kill you. Maybe we do kill you. And, at the end of it, we'll give you a free cheeseburger.
So it wasn't just burgers during the pandemic. It was beer, donuts, gift cards, cash payments, scholarships, lottery entries.
Jesus.
Yeah. Outside of that, no one's.
Krispy Kremes, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think my job at the time gave me like I don't know, like 1,000 credits that I could use to like get a toaster or something. I don't remember what it was, but
A toaster.
yeah, they almost got my ass, bro. So we went out last night. I'm engaged, right? So I'm engaged. So the fellas,
The fella's name is what?
you and the homies. You took me out last night for some drinks to celebrate, which I appreciated. Had a good time. But we did go to a speakeasy. And so the speakeasies are interesting, man. And it was a good time. I'm glad we went. But I'll just say this.
Why do I feel like a backhanded compliment is coming?
There's no backhanded compliment.
Okay.
It was a good time. But, when you get into perspective, like, what the fuck is a speakeasy? Like how did we get here? It's almost like, life sucks so much that our normal everyday life sucks so much that we have to like cosplay everything. Like we have to cosplay like going to the bar now. Like going to the bar no longer can be that. You can't just go to the bar and sit down and order a Michelob Ultra. Like now you got to grab a payphone. Like you got to go into a payphone, say a secret code, open up a butcher's refrigerator door, open up a secret bookshelf, and then to get in, and then everyone's all mob themed. You go through some like weird alleyway. Like just give me a goddamn drink. like stop it. Like I just want to walk into a bar, open the door, I want to like angrily stand at the bar and wave at the bartender until he finally makes eye contact with me because I know he sees me waving, then come over, get my drink. What I don't want to do is get a secret password and then try to find the bookshelf and then to go in. And it's no secret. Everybody knows it's a bar. That's the biggest thing, right? It's like there's TikTok ads for this secret bar nobody knows about. There's valet parking out front for the secret bar. And like first of all, like I know the butcher shop doesn't have valet parking. Like you've never been to a butcher shop that had valet parking. And then it doesn't stop there either. It doesn't stop there because you go inside and then they give you this like this medieval book and it's not even like a traditional cocktails, right? You don't have like, the old fashioned, they always have a twist on everything, right? And it's like the cocktail menu itself looks like a fantasy novel. And then the drinks or the ingredients, they're like smoked at cedar wood. They're served inside of a treasure chest. There's like dry ice, like coming out of the skull's like face. And I'm just like, bro, like, was this the menu of the place we went? No.
This is a place at the Fountain Blue.
At Fountain Blue?
Yeah, some of these names here you're talking about.
Yeah,
the Valkyrie.
Like the Devil's Cut, the Valkyrie. And so it's like, It's like, brother, can I just order a whiskey? Instead, I'm on a side quest trying to figure out what kind of cocktail I want. I'm asking the bartender, I'm asking the waitress. I'm like, what the hell is pamplemousse? Like, what the fuck is pamplemousse?
Do you really want to know?
Yeah, what is pamplemousse? Like, because I'm like thinking of like a Canadian. I'm thinking like a moose.
It's a grapefruit liqueur.
Grapefruit liqueur. So, there you go, man. And then I realized, like, I'm realizing that as we're in this speakeasy, this is nothing but like cosplay for like the Great Gatsby, right? It's just, you know, the life is so dull now, that regular life is so dull that now you have to like dress up and pretend when you go to a speakeasy.
Well, people do that in bed with their partners they've been with for a long time.
I don't do that. Do you do that shit?
No,
You got a weird ass smirk on your face, bro.
I don't.
Dress up as what is a
Turn around, man. You're being arrested.
Those furries dress up as like a cat or a dog.
Yeah,
dude.
No, but there's definitely people. I know people who do it.
You know, but the weird thing is, it's always the people that have like mundane lives that do that shit, right? Like, do you think there's a single UFC fighter out here that is dressing up as cosplay at night? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The only people that are dressing up, DD, Dungeons and Dragons, or whoever it is, it's the guy that he's a barista at Starbucks. He's been there for 7 years, and his life is going nowhere. He's got no plans. The only thing he's complained about the frother machine on the espresso thing for the last 3 years. Like, that's the biggest hang up in his life, and he gets his chops off by dressing up as an Aztec warrior, bro. Or it goes out, it's all about the speakeasy. Find a secret entrance. The same shit with the escape rooms. Escape rooms is the same shit. Escape rooms is just like, first of all, I don't even know like why. So adults now are paying money to be in hostage situations. They are.
What's wrong with that?
It's like you pay $55 to be locked up in a basement. And then, and this is because there is zero excitement in life now. Like, you got to go pay to go get locked up. And it's like the modern tribal challenges, right? And in our human DNA, we used to hunt with mammoths, survive winter, go out to war. You know, you were just like cannon fodder at one point. Now you're trying to figure out how to like weave through the I-15, get home without being stuck in traffic for 45 minutes. There's no excitement left.
That's why cosplay.
So it's like the human species went from, you know, survival on the greatest stage ever, fighting Genghis Khan. Now you got 6 contestants locked into a basement for 1 hour trying to find the clue with a UV flashlight. That's where we're at, bro. And then the funny thing, though, is that you got... Funny thing is that everyone... You get into these rooms, because I've done a few escape rooms. And...
So you're talking shit about them, but you've done them?
Yeah, of course. I'm highly hypocritical, by the way.
Escape rooms are the worst. Who the fuck does that, man? I was at an escape room the other day. It was pretty cool, man.
Literally, we were at a speakeasy last night. It doesn't mean that I don't want to jam a pin right into my eyeball, bro. I'm just letting you know, like, it's painful, but that's what we've been reduced to. That's what we've been reduced to. I'm hanging out with my girl. She's like, I want to do an escape room. I'm just like, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, it's $55, bro. You know what? It's cheaper than going to dinner. Cheaper than going to a freaking movie. I'm down. But the thing is that she brings all her friends, right? We get like 6, 7, 8 people. We go to the escape room. And then that's when you get that's when you get the typical archetypes in there, right? It breaks down into like little, everyone has their role. Like if you were playing a game and then you had to pick your character, you're like, hey, I'm the dwarf, I'm the elf, or whatever it is. You know, here there's different archetypes. You get different people, you know, you get in. And so you have, what do I got? I wrote down the typical archetypes we find here. Hold on. Okay, so we got the fake genius. This one's a good one though. So, like, so as soon as you get in there, you have the fake genius. Like he's like, guys, hold on. He's like, he takes leadership right away, and then he's like, okay, starts setting out game plans. He grabs a flashlight, whatever it is. He like pushes everyone else's comments aside. He starts assigning roles. He's like, you work on this puzzle. Like you check for these secrets. Little does this guy has no idea what the hell he's doing. Then the best one is the couples, right? The best one is the couples, because you can literally see their relationship deteriorating in real time as the man literally, because the problem is that men cannot multitask. So that's why, like, women are like the head of the household, right? They're like cooking dinner. They got the baby crying. They got this going on. They're working on the like planning somebody's birthday party. A man, he's focused, bro. He does one thing he can do. Like if he's like building, building some furniture or something, working on the lawn, like watching TV, like you can't ignore him, but like you can't multitask. So what ends up happening, you get a couple in there. The guy is trying to figure out the puzzle, right? It's his role. He's got to step up. You got to step up as a man. Your girl's looking at you. She's like, get me the fuck out of here. And so you got to step up and get your girl out of there. You got to save the day. You got to be the hero. Problem is, you can't multitask. As a male, you can't multitask. You cannot actively work on a puzzle and listen to your girl at the same time. It's physically impossible. So what ends up happening is your girl is giving you clues, and she's probably spot on. She's probably like, hey, I found the key. This is the code. But you're just like, but what you hear is, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm like, I'm working on the puzzle. I heard you. And then finally you're like, the code is 466. She's like, I've been saying that for the last 20 minutes.
That's so true.
You're like, no, you didn't. And then everybody in the room is shaking their head like, yeah, nah, bro. She literally she told you 466 for the last 15 minutes. Like, I figured it out though. But you can literally see that like falling apart in real time. It's a beauty to watch, man.
Is that why you keep going back?
Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I'll go back. I'll just say that it's relatively inexpensive compared to some other dates, so I'm down with it.
My brother proposed to his now wife using an escape room.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
How did the ring pop up at the end?
Yeah, so his friend owned one in town, and he changed some of the hints and stuff to like things that pertain to their relationship. And then the ring was in the final like treasure box you had to open with a code.
Very romantic.
Yeah. It was a cool idea, but I mean,
It didn't land very well.
I mean, she said, yeah.
Okay.
I also had to yell at my mom because he had asked me to be the best man. So me and my wife went with him. I bought a bottle of 2006 Dom Perignon to celebrate. It was kept in a cooler outside. We were going to walk out and pop the bottle. As soon as that door opens, we walk out. My mom's in the corner shaking the bottle like it's a $10 bottle of champagne from Smith's.
Oh, she was shaking
yeah, she wanted to like
bottle of wine.
Yeah, and so I had to yell at her. I'm like, "What are you doing, dude?" So yeah, I don't like yelling at my mom, but I had to. I couldn't do it.
Then you also got the best one is the guy that's like way too serious. That's also like you get in there. It's like he actually believes, or that person actually believes they're in a life or death situation. Like he turns into like a FBI negotiator, Navy SEAL, detective from like a crime thriller or something, and he's barking out orders. it's like, man, I don't know if I could take those people serious. But then the last one, the best one, and there's always one. There's always one person in every single escape room, and that one is the useless friend that does absolutely nothing. They just aimlessly wander around. They're just like with the flashlight. They'll usually sit in a corner at some point. But yet at the end, you know, you take the photos, you're like, I beat it or whatever. Like they're over here like, yeah, we did it.
I have a visual representation of what you just went over in case people are curious.
Did you just make this an AI?
I did.
The genius, the couple, the serious one, the useless one.
I don't know. What do you guys think? Accidentally opens the right thing once, takes all the credit. Which one do you fit into here when you go? Be honest. You got to be honest, you know?
I'd like to say I'm the genius because I am the one that I typically unlock the most of the clues. Yeah. I'll say I'm the one that is successfully gaming the system. Mm. However, I'm by no stretch of imagination a genius.
Yeah, we know that.
I have a hard time like figuring out what direction I'm supposed to leave on a parking garage. Like sometimes I go around the third floor like 4 times and I miss the exit. And so I'm not at all like a savant, witty, or vastly intelligent. But I feel like I do excel in escape rooms. Have you seen the rage rooms?
What is it? Oh, you break shit?
Yeah.
No, but have you gone to one?
I've never gone to one, but somebody was explaining it to me, and you know we were debating on going to one night, and they like pulled up some. There was like one here in town. They pulled up. I was looking at the reviews, and yeah, so it's like literally it's just a room you go to, and they just give you a bunch of props and things that are like they go. I guess like the owner will go to the junkyard or something. And they'll just buy a bunch of random crap like televisions. There's usually like some laser inkjet printers. There's lots of glass bottles, things like that. And you get like some goggles or something like that. And then you just go in there with a baseball bat and like sledgehammer and you get to break stuff. Sometimes they give you a car. If you like pay enough money, they got like different tiers. So you got like the entry level, you get to like break, I don't know, you got like some old tablets and some vases and stuff. But then you can like pay for the higher tier. They'll roll in like some big screen TVs. But then you got like the mega tier. And so you pay like $1,000 and they just roll in a Spirit airline plane.
Well, it's funny you say that because there is one here, a car.
What all the buzz is about. Customers say breaking things from beer bottles to cars helps them relieve stress, blow off steam, and increasingly get over
Or
a
you can
break.
just punch your kid at home.
See, this is what I'm like. Life sucks so much that like you gotta, and these are people that have ultimately no life. That's what it is. Like here's the thing. If you want to go smash shit, just go to Minnesota, go riot. Like go get a baseball bat. Like if you want to do that, you don't have to pay any money. You just go buy a plane ticket, go participate in the little riots, the anti-ice thing. You can go break some store windows, go in there, do your thing, bro.
It's only $95, man, for the XL Rage Room.
Is this one in Vegas?
Yeah.
Trying to go?
Yep.
I don't know, man. I can't do it, dude.
It's not bad. $100.
I think it's retarded. Just straight up. The whole idea, the whole premise, it's dumb, man. Because I don't get any personal satisfaction for breaking stuff. There's like people that every time they get in an argument, you know, like that weird couple, every time they're arguing, the girl is breaking something, the guy's breaking something. The guy punches the drywall, there's always a hole there. There's some people that like get off on that. But there's some couples that just like don't need that stuff. Or there's some people that just like they get drunk and they're always just fighting, bro. It's just there's no need for it. And for me, I don't bring me no enjoyment. Do you break stuff when you get in arguments?
No.
No.
No, I just laugh. It pisses her off more.
My homie's growing up. He took a whole lamp to the head.
What? To his head or her
in
head?
the shade.
To his head?
Yeah, she like caught him like cheating or texting. He was sleeping on the couch. Grabbed a vase while it was still plugged in. Broke it right over his head. Or the lamp, excuse me.
Interesting.
Shade and all.
Well, in that case, maybe a rage room would have helped them guy out. What do you do with couples that argue all the time? Do you just put up with it? Do you?
I don't know why. Like, what do you do in that relationship?
No, like if you're around them all the time, do you just stop hanging out
with them, bro? I can't do it. I can't, man.
Super uncomfortable.
I can't.
It's the worst. Like, what's your reaction? Are you okay? So,
the worst is when the other person gets up and then they start talking shit. That shit's happened to me so many times. Like, they're over there, they're like spiteful, or sometimes the best is when it seems like everything's going good, right? Everything's great. And you're sitting down at dinner, and then she goes to the bathroom, and he's just like, "You see what she did? See how mad she got when I grabbed that butter roll? Like, you saw the look she gave me?" And I'm like, "No, actually, I didn't see the look. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, yeah, we're having a normal dinner. What the heck? Why are you a psychopath?"
Well, so you got some people who will just be quiet and let the couples argue. You got some people that will try to diffuse the situation. You got some people that'll take one side or the other.
See, no. I try to amp that shit up.
You're what?
I'm like the UFC announcer. I'm just like,
let's get ready to rumble.
It's like, who is Tanya? I'm like, ooh, who is Tanya?
You're so stupid.
The secretary? She's so cool, man. Yeah, last week we was hanging out. She's funny.
Wow. So you're one of those.
Don't bring me around, bro. Don't bring me around. You can do some fuck shit. Like, but here's the thing. I'm a transparent dude. I'm a transparent guy. Like, if I was going to be a degenerate piece of crap, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it front and center, man. Like, I'm not going to be somebody I'm not. That's how I roll, man. And it's hella uncomfortable hanging out with somebody and their girl, and then they're pretending to be faithful, and then the next time you hang out, they're over here like cheating on their girl, and then we're supposed to hang out again, and I'm supposed to pretend like you're some buttoned up dude. It's like, well, first of all, don't bring me into that situation. I don't want to be in there. Like, I don't want to be held responsible for your lies. I don't even know where you're at, right? Where was he last week? Like, I don't fucking know. Like, what am I supposed to, like, go on with a lie? I don't know. You didn't give me details, and now I'm supposed to co-sign on all this? Like, that's the thing, man. Like, live in the moment. Like, if you're, like, in China or Japan or Vietnam, I don't know, one of these Asian countries, what they do, the wife, she just encourages her man to go to the brothel or whatever it is, cheat on, go get their chops out. Like, you know what? It's a planned exercise, right? So there's no shadiness to it, because in certain cultures, they would rather you not fall in love and have a mistress. They would rather not go that route. They would rather you go out and fill in your sexual desires or whatever it is at a brothel or a whorehouse or whatever you want to call it. Now, do I need that? No. Personally, I'm satisfied. But I'm just saying that I know enough people. I've grown up with enough individuals in my circle. Some guys cannot, by no stretch of the imagination, be fulfilled, I guess, with a single woman. They're just naturally going to cheat. Like, that's just in their DNA. You can't erase it. Not saying that every guy is like that.
Unless they get the COVID vaccine that changes their DNA.
See, now we're finally on the same page, bro.
Yeah, no, we're not. It was a joke.
Oh, but and so
deflated. You sounded deflated.
There's just some people, they're bred to do that, man. It's just like some guys need like thrill seeking, right? Some guys need to jump out of an airplane, bungee jump, ride a dirt bike and do jumps. Some people just need to shoot guns. It's what they do. Like they can't undo that, right? You can't take the country boy out of the country boy. Like it's just part of their DNA. And some guys are just gonna cheat. Like that's what they're gonna do. And if you try to like smash a vase over the dude's head, like you're doing nothing but just complicating the situation. You just need to plan out a way for him to do it. Guy just needs to be transparent.
What if you were to do that? What would your girl say?
But here's the thing. I knowingly entered into a relationship where I don't have that need or desire.
Well,
I don't want to jump out of a plane.
Well,
I like shooting guns, but I don't need to jump out of a plane. I like shooting guns, but also I'm perfectly fine with my girl. She's a badass looking girl. Checks all the boxes, bro. I don't need nothing else.
you say that now, but 5 years from now,
I'm good, bro. I'm good where I'm at. And I've never been one to cheat. I've never been one to, even on the rocky relationships. I've had some exes. I had one ex, all she kept doing was eating mochi donuts. She was on a mochi donut thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I swear to God. She gained like 40 pounds. One time I went into and then we were arguing, she like moved into the guest bedroom. I went into the guest bedroom one day. She had a stack of empty mochi donuts boxes, the 12 box, the 12 count, the dozen. They were hiding behind the far side of the bed. I grabbed a box of donuts and I was like, the 6 boxes. I was like, what is this? She's like, leave my donuts alone. You're always judging me. Even in that situation, I did not cheat. I was unhappy. But my point is that I don't personally need to. But it does. I'm not saying I'm a unique specimen. There's also other unique specimens out here where they just have to cheat. Like they can't just be satisfied with one lady. And you know those guys. You know those dudes, bro. You've been around them. They might have like the most picture perfect girlfriend, wife, whatever it is. And then he's at the bar at 3 a.m. like looking at that sloppy, like panda bear looking woman. And he's just like, oh man, yeah, I'm taking her home. Like, what are you doing? Like that is a gorilla. Like, you are literally talking to a gorilla. Like, they'll throw it all away. The thing is, they're not smooth about it either. Guys are, and those guys usually aren't smooth. Just be upfront, man. Our homie, I don't want to throw his name out there on blast. He's in an open relationship. He's not satisfied with one person. And so his wife's cool with it.
Who?
Goes out.
Who?
You know, dude that cuts hair.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so, like, you know what? His wife's cool with it. You know, he goes back home. He goes out, does his little thing, and that's it. But he's transparent. Like, that's the way to do it. Being sneaky ain't the right path, bro. That's where you're at. It's being sneaky is when nobody likes to, like, that's the one trait nobody likes. Your girl don't like it. Your dad don't like it. Your business partners don't like it. Your coworkers don't like it. If you're sneaky, nobody likes it. That's the problem, right? Dudes sleeping with multiple girls, have at it. If that's your thing, man. But nobody likes sneaky. At work, sneaky, what? That gets you fired, man. Whistleblowers, you get beat up. You get thrown in prison. You get thrown in prison for doing the right thing and blowing the whistle. Right? You can get some jail time for blowing the whistle. You get fired, you get sued. Nobody likes a snitch, bro. Nobody likes a sneaky. That's it, man. That's it.
That's it.
All right, that's it for the show. Thanks so much for watching. Rob's Rant and Ramble. See you next week. Peace.